ilovelimerick.com. It's Michelle here, and I'm speaking to Limerick dance group Art in Motion. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Very welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
If you haven't already heard of Art in Motion, you can be sure that you're going to hear plenty more from them in the coming year, and it's been a very exciting few months as well. We're going to start talking, I suppose, with the origins of the group and to founder Jenny Brown. Jenny, the UL Dance Club, talk to me about that first and how that began.
Well, basically, a few of us arrived into UL for the BA in Voice and Dance, and we realised that there was no dancing on campus at all. So we set up the UL Dance Club, and within a couple of months we had 300 members, and we were teaching loads of different classes, and found that everyone in Limerick City as well absolutely loved it.
And there was pretty much immediate success for the group as well. I know you went to the universities after just a couple of months of training. How did that go down the first time around?
After 4 months of setting up the group, we discovered there was an intervarsity competition, so literally grabbed a few dancers from the classes that were really good and a few people from our own course, and went to the competition, and we did a tango routine, which is a fusion of loads of different styles, and we won the very first time.
So obviously the signs were good from the outset, and I can imagine that was maybe a little bit intimidating to go into a situation where there's groups there that, you know, clubs that have been maybe 10 years in the making to bring them to a certain level. You guys coming in pretty green after a couple of months. Was that a bit of an eye-opener for you?
Oh, definitely. I think we kind of went up with an attitude like, oh, we're not going to get anywhere, we're just going to experiment and see what it's like. So when we won, it was a complete shock, because we got the only standing ovation on the day as well. So literally we were, you know, the standard was very high in our group. And when everyone else seemed to like agree that we were very good, we were like, oh, this is interesting. Maybe we can keep going with this and see how it goes. So yeah, definitely.
And of course, early success, you know, people can kind of go, well, beginners, look at that. That really wasn't the case second time around, was
No,
it?
second time around we went back and we got a bit bigger and better. So we went with 4 squads this time, and we had about 50 dancers going up with us. And we had a hip-hop squad, an Irish dancing squad, a jazz squad, and again a fusion squad. And we won 3 out of the 4 categories and came third in another category. And absolutely like thrilled to bits that like never thought it could happen. Literally when they kept saying our names, we were like, oh, again, you know, it was absolutely brilliant. So thrilled, absolutely.
And this is all going on out at UL where you guys are studying at the moment, and some of the rest of the group are studying. When did that become you know what, let's do something outside of this, let's set up our own group?
Well, what happened was we kind of discovered that it was kind of the same people, you know, that were very committed and kept turning up to the rehearsals and, you know, kept, you know, putting in a lot. So literally we just kind of said, oh, you know, maybe we'll try. So we started doing a few shows together, you know, literally just small things. And then that's how Art in Motion kind of came out of that it was just an idea like, oh, you know, maybe this could be bigger.
So how then does a dance group, does it come from a few people who really enjoy what they're doing and they're good at it, meeting up to a professional crew? You know, there's obviously money issues involved, there's this commitment to the training that has to go into it, there's management. Was that a huge amount of work from you guys?
I think so, but it was in a good way that we all really were pushing, and it was our passion. So that when we set up that we were just first a group of friends, that we decided, well, first we need to get organised, and we already had a kind of committee in place from the dance club, so a lot of that spilled over into Art in Motion, that we had, you know, people that knew how this stuff kind of worked. And also then we got the lovely Darren Nash to be our manager, so I'd be artistic director and he'd be manager, so as well we worked very well as a partnership. And then we kind of noticed as well that it is a very good sharing environment, that everyone can kind of, you know, put their own into it, and then that's how slowly it became a professional group then.
Everyone's friends first, and then this kind of Art Motion grew out of you know, Jenny's initial idea. So the guys are all full of ideas, and because everyone has different aspects of dance bringing into the mix, that you have a cocktail of dancing. So really we can cover any sort of event that opens up in Limerick, or even nationwide now, because the idea would be that Art Motion will push on and grow and grow and grow. It's always good to have ideas, and everyone's pooling in together. So it's a family, really. You know, and it is, because you know, you turn up and you're at rehearsals and everyone's getting on, and there's, you know, we're doing stuff like the girls have to trust us because we're doing lifts and stuff like that. So it's really it is family, definitely.
There's a constant need for training, obviously, in any sense, to stay fit and all that, but for different things all the time as well, because personally I've seen you perform numerous times and I've never seen the same thing twice. So is there pressure on to that to go, I need to come up with something new for this? As a choreographer, for you, is that very difficult?
Generally I don't find it as a lot of pressure, because firstly it's my passion, it's what I absolutely love to do, so, you know, to me it's what I do in my spare time anyway, if I had a choice. And I think because the group, like everyone here personally really inspires me, because I'll see like Rita do something that I've never seen before. I'm like, oh, that'd be brilliant in that routine, you know. Or I'll see someone else do something that, oh, that's gorgeous. And then it's kind of a fusion then. And as well, a lot of people put in their ideas, like they'll come in and say, oh, Jen, look, I have this, I'd like to show that, or, you know, something else. So it is very much a collaborative work, and then I just kind of, you know, top it off and put it all together. But really everyone can come in and contribute, and that makes the job a whole lot easier then as well.
So, Jenny, inspirational figures for you guys as dancers, is there people that you've kind of you've seen and went, I want to do that? Was that a case for you guys?
Definitely, there's a few, you know, obviously the very famous, you know, dancers, but more so I'd say it's each other, that I think that from seeing each other dance and what we learn and what we can bring to it is more inspirational to me anyway than someone I'd see on TV. That I see some of these guys going to a studio by themselves for hours, just by themselves, just working on their own practice, and then to come out with something beautiful out, that is very inspirational to me. So I think that's what I find.
And as a crew, you're obviously based in Limerick, so what do you think the city has added to the Art in Motion setup?
Art in Motion wouldn't be Art in Motion without being in Limerick City. I think that immediately you find when you start talking about dancing, they're all like, oh, Dublin. And I'm like, no, Limerick, you know, Limerick is where it's at, because I think that you find something very different with dancers from Limerick, that they're so determined to show what they can do, and that's an extra thing added on top of how talented they are as well. And we do have some of the best teachers in Ireland, in Limerick. You have some of the best dancers in Limerick, and I think that we're a product of that.
And was there a foundation for dance in Limerick?
I think that I think there was a huge undercurrent in Limerick of dance groups. You know, you had people there that danced, but it wasn't really, there was no platform for them. You know, I think at the very beginning when kids went to dance schools and stuff like that, the parents thought of it as a creche. It was an idea to throw the kids in there, they can do the shopping, and, you know, and then come back and collect them. But I think the teachers and they realised that the kids were coming out of it going, you know, they were, you know, young dancers, and they feed off the buzz of what they were learning in the classes, and then that kind of grew up, you know, and then they got older and teens, and the love of passion still happens. It's out in the mainstream. The dancing is very much in the mainstream in Limerick, and I think the talent that's come through has proven that, you know, that you don't have to go to Dublin now to do, or even go to England to teach dance or learn to dance, that it's very much here in Limerick. So I think that's important.
Well, I'm sure we'll see plenty more from you guys. If you haven't been to see them yet, make it your business in the next while, and there's great things on the horizon. Art in Motion, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you.